Tom Lee at Fundstrat Global Advisors joins us now. Tom, welcome.
Thanks.
So Bitcoin will be a safe haven? I mean, how do you equate Bitcoin with gold?
Yeah, so we did a study and published it in early July, sort of framework to think about Bitcoin. It has a lot of characteristics that are very similar to gold, and I think it will ultimately make it really attractive as an alternate currency. It's a good store value. The encryption essentially and the distributed ledger not only sort of act as a way of protection, but it actually has an industrial use. It's essentially could be replacing a traditional payment platform. Mm-hmm. And I think that the supply of Bitcoin is starting to slow. In fact, within the next 2 or 3 years, the number of coins discovered or mined or rewarded will actually be slower than the amount of gold discovered. So Bitcoin will actually be a rarer unit than gold.
So I was following you the whole way until the very end because you're making the comparison for Bitcoin to an actual currency, how it's being used, what the purpose is for, and then you go to gold. I mean, gold is never used as a currency anyway. Gold doesn't back the U.S. dollar. So
yeah,
why would we even make that comparison?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we went off the gold standard in the 70s, right? And we said, okay, well, what's the ratio of gold to dollar supply starting in 1900? It was roughly 450% in 1932, which is the last year that citizens could own gold. They had to actually turn it and return it to the Treasury. It was roughly 460% in 1973, and it's 460% today. The supply of dollars versus gold's actually been incredibly stable over time. There's periods where it rises and falls, but it's a good rule of thumb that it's going to be roughly 450%. So it means you can actually forecast gold 20 years from now, assuming what money supply would do. There's $7.5 trillion worth of gold out there. So gold dwarfs the amount of currency in circulation. And if Bitcoin captures 5% of that alternative currency, it's 25 to 50,000 a share per unit, per coin.
Right. Karen, you've been investing in Bitcoin.
Right.
What's your rationale?
Several cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
Because I do really believe that, similar to the internet stocks taking off in the late 90s, that there will be winners in the cryptocurrency space. I believe that cryptocurrency will be adopted as used around the world. That's what drives the value there. I don't know which one. So I have a basket. I have to say, BK has done all of the trading around, Brian Kelly. And he's done an extraordinary job. I don't know which one is going to be the winner. Maybe Bitcoin, maybe another coin. I don't know. But I do believe that digital currency space is worth having. For me, it's a tiny investment, but I see it could go to zero, could be worth multiple.
So forced to choose, or would you rather, in our parlance, gold or Bitcoin? It would be Bitcoin?
Yes, I think Bitcoin is a under-owned asset with potential for huge institutional sponsorship coming.
Bitcoin or a basket of U.S. stocks?
Between now and year end, it's easily Bitcoin.
Ooh. Do you think Bitcoin will be the best performing asset or asset class, if we could even call it that, from now to year end?
Yes, and I think it's because there's catalysts. Institutions have to directly buy the coin today through a broker, but both the CBOE and the CFTC have opened up options and futures trading. So I think it's going to grow in holdings.
Tom, thanks. Tom Lee, Fundstrat.